Why is this the case? The Cancer Council's Professor Ian Olver is here. Thanks for coming in, Ian. Great to see you as always. So now, it seems to me that some people don't really have a lot of trouble going cold turkey and others, like myself, really struggle. Why is that?
Well, look, there's a whole lot of things. Nicotine is a very powerful addiction, but there's a whole lot of sort of emotional attachments to smoking as well. You have habits. You have a cup of coffee and reach for a cigarette. You do it in social circumstances with friends, or even the more trivial thing, if you're used to having a cigarette in your hand, what do you do about it? So you get into all these patterns, and they're just as hard to break sometimes as the physical addiction.
It does sort of ingrain itself as an element of your personality almost. You know, you associate it with being, I guess, in my case, with my student days, with thinking, with creating, with being an artsy, conversational person, and it's hard to lose that.
Well, that's right, and the so-called social smokers who mainly smoke with their friends, they are often university students and academics, and that's what they do when they go out.
And often outside with the smokers is a really interesting, fun place to be. I think it was Freud that said that generally it's big talkers that smoke because they like to do stuff with their hands and their mouths, so they're talking and doing stuff. So often that can be fun out there. You say that the best way to give up smoking is to plan first.
Well, I think you've got to have a strong motivation. So, what's your motivation? Is it that you want to do it for the kids? Is you want to do it because you're worried about your health? Or there's a pregnancy? Or these days it's just costing too much as the price goes up. So you decide what your motivation is, and then probably it's easiest to give up sort of cold turkey. I mean, throw away the cigarette pack you've got and don't buy another one. But the reality is that can be very difficult. Some people can't do that, so they may need nicotine replacement.
Right, so, I've been relying very heavily on Nicorettes. Chewing 5 or 6 Nicorettes every day instead. Now, that hasn't weaned me off nicotine, obviously. I'm still addicted to nicotine. It's just replaced the tar with gum juice. What then is the process?
Well, look, I think over time that will work. So persistence is the process. Even if you sort of fall off the wagon occasionally, don't beat yourself up over it, just do it. So you've got to actually have a strong motivation. Then you've got to plan what you're going to do, whether it's cold turkey or with nicotine replacement. Then you say when you're going to do it. And the hardest time will be the first few days when you've got the withdrawal symptoms going on. But after that, then it's a matter of trying to manage the routines, trying to avoid for a little while some of the situations where you automatically reach for a cigarette. But the real thing is you've also got to reward yourself. I mean, if you're paying almost $20 a pack for a pack of cigarettes, over time you're going to accumulate a lot of money. Well, do something. Have a holiday, reward yourself for it.
Have a massage.
Exactly. Do some of the stuff that pampers you, so you've got something to balance against the difficulty of giving up. But the real message is it takes often about 7 quit attempts before people get over the line.
So
Don't
keep
be
trying,
discouraged,
even
just
if you
keep
fail.
on in there.